Do you ever feel that you can have too much of an impact on people that listen to your albums?
Too much of an impact?
Yeah, that people kind of analyze your lyrics, for example, down to the very single word.
Yeah, I mean, you can get over-analysed and overexposed and stuff, yeah, but I mean, it's going to happen wherever, isn't it? Because anyone that's in the public is always going to get a lot of attention, so it just happens. Yeah, I mean, lots of the things that I write, you know, when I write words, I use phonetics and I use words as sounds. Lots of the things don't have any meaning on their own. But I don't apologise for that, because it's just part of how people write songs sometimes. Some of them do. Some of the words are actually thoughtfully crafted and supposed to make sense of their own, but lots of them aren't.
How do you like touring life then? Is it fun?
That's what the stage of it is. I mean, at the moment it's great fun because we're doing gigs that we haven't played for a while. But you know, when we're in the middle of a tour and doing regional dates in some country somewhere, it can be grueling.
And gruesome.
You know, it depends.
It depends really. I mean, if well, on the last one we were touring for a year and a half or something, and really by the year, sort of just over a year, you tend to get a little bit road weary.
Yeah, so
you get a bit sick of buses and smelling Matt's socks next to your head on the bunk and things like that. It tends to get a little bit weary. But hopefully it won't be as grueling as it was. Matt's socks.
So what do you enjoy most? Standing in the studio or being on the road?
It's better.
Studio. I generally prefer the studio, but I love, when we play a good gig, it's the best feeling in the world. It can be utterly amazing.
How does one pick the cover? Do you have...
How do you pick the cover?
How...
It's much more complicated than that, girl. Not just picking the cover. You don't just pick it, mate, like your nose. It takes months and months of detailed preparation and lots of long nights. No, I mean, what happened was I went to Peter Saville, who's the guy that does our sleeves, Peter and Nick Knight, and I said to Peter, I've got an idea for the sleeve, and I thought it should be two people sitting cross-legged facing each other, listening to headphones, and the headphones are connected to each other's headphones, so they're listening to each other's heads. So it's like head music, telepathy. And he said, what a stupid idea. No, he said, no, we did a shoot around that concept, and it ended up as these two people, which is one of them is Neil, and this is my girlfriend, Sam. And they're sitting there listening to each other's heads. They're probably not thinking about anything. It's like, when am I going to move my head now?
Got on board with this.
Yeah. God, why have I turned into a heat-sensitive map?
With a fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. But, it takes a while. I mean, these two, right, where is it? This one coming up, we both did as, we shot them from scratch. So me and Peter and Nick and the rest of the band, we'd sort of sit down and have ideas about what we wanted as a cover, and they'd be shot as a special thing, whereas these early ones were all just photographs that I had at home, but from books and stuff. Yeah, sure, it was as well, yeah. They were photographs from books that I just ripped out of books and said, let's use that. So the actual art design isn't actual design, it's kind of like, I just like the picture, and so we used that and stuck the word Suede in the corner. Let's go back to this one again. You love it.
So are you 100% happy with the album now?
Yeah. It's a good album. I mean, it's a really good album. I mean, it's funny because you finish an album and it's sort of,
It's hard,
it's
hard to
difficult because you have to look at it with retrospect. I think it's got some great songs on it. I think it's some of my favourite songs we've ever done are on it. I think the day you're 100% happy with an album is the day that you give up, because that's like, then you've reached your goal. I think you've always got to be questing. You've always got to be searching, going forward, looking for something else, and almost got to have the drive in you and a sense of, you've always got to be a little bit edgy about it. And the day that you just, think everything you do is perfect, it's pointless carrying on, really. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great album. It's a good pop album. How
long will it take before you put it on your stereo, or do you already?
It's already there. Yeah, I mean, as soon as you've got the CDs, because when we're doing the album, we don't actually have the finished album in our heads, so we don't actually know exactly what the tracks are going on.
Demos and stuff.
Yeah, it's all demos and stuff, so it's really nice when we actually get the CD of the finished, the running order and everything like that, and sort of take it home. And yeah, it's been on, it goes on every morning on my stereo, definitely.
Debut album, it's called Suede.
It's not called Nude, is it?
It ain't called Nude. What's on it? My favourite song on it is She's Not Dead. I like that.
Oh, that's my favourite as well. But I go for. All right, no, I'll go for She's Not Dead. It's my favourite one on there, and also the Drowners because I like that as well. I like the
Drowners.
I do like the Drowners.
Any special feelings about the debut album? I mean, since it's the first one.
Don't know really. Yeah, I mean, loads really to mention. Really, I mean, there's a lot of memories and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the old thing about, you know, when you make a debut album, you spend all your life making it almost, because it's the it's the first statement of you know.
Because we had all these songs for about like 3 years before we actually recorded it, so these are sort of well in our heads, all these tracks.
We like them. Dogman Star, which is our second album. My favourite song on it is The Wild Ones. This is our last album called Coming Up, which is a good album. My favourite song on this is She. I like She and I like Star Crazy. They're both good songs.
Any particular stories about this album? Yeah.
I remember smashing up my house to a demo of Star Crazy. My best friend Alan's got a video of it because
Have you smashed it up?
Yeah, we were out off our nuts one night. We listened to Star Crazy and we just started smashing the house up. And I think there's dents in the wall still.
Yes, my favourite track on this is probably Lazy.
Sci-Fi Lullabies. That's a very good album. Isn't it?
Very good.
No, it's good. I mean,
it's a brilliant
it's
album.
for album B-sides, it's 28 songs, right? And you'd think there'd be some rubbish in there. And there's a couple of songs that aren't the best songs ever, but there's a lot of really good songs. A lot of my favourite songs are B-sides, things like Europe is Our Playground.
Videos are hard because we always get someone else to come in and do it and stuff, so it's always someone else's sort of idea of how the band, you know, should look in the video and stuff. And it's quite disappointing when you get to actually see the finished version. It doesn't really...
Seems to be a common problem with bands.
Well, it is really, but, you know, because none of us are film directors, so we can't sort of say, oh, you know...
The problem is we spend 6 months making a record and 6 days deciding on the video, and it's like... I mean, I like some of our videos, but generally as a thing, like Simon says, I find it a little bit disappointing. I like Electricity, the new video, I think that's really good. I like Saturday Night from Coming Up, I think that's a good video. And I quite like Film Star, which is quite rough and ready, but that's quite good, yeah. Generally the kind of rougher and simpler ones I like. I always find that with directors they always have this clever concept, and I always think that they lose themselves pursuing a concept which doesn't actually look any good. So I like things that just look, you know, a successful video for me is a film to accompany the music, which actually looks like how the music sounds.
Do you have any 1 or 2 records that you keep coming back to all the time?
Bollocks.
Sex Pistols, yeah.
Why is that so good?
It's just
Classic, isn't it?
Change the face of our lives, you know, and stuff like that. You know, it's what I got into music for myself because of the Pistols.